Sabri Suby is one of the most recognizable internet marketers of all time. He's even an investor on Shark Tank now. But here's the thing, his YouTube channel is not doing so well recently. Let's talk about why. So, one of the most important things with running a YouTube channel for your business or for your personal brand is you need to know what your brand stands for. Now, a brand is basically just the associations that people make when they see your name or your face. So, for example, if I think of Sabri Suby, what comes to my mind, because I've been in this space for long enough, is I actually end up remembering his ads, the ones where he's got Mark Zuckerberg's portrait as Jesus, and there's worship going on, and there's all of this very cool and interesting stuff about Facebook ads and how they're not working, and your ad spend is going up, and that is what I think about when I think about Sabri Suby. So to me, he is the guy that you would go to if you need help with sales. All of the most popular stuff is all about sales, right? So brainwashing you to buy. Then there's the 17 years of marketing advice in 46 minutes. How Rolex brainwashes you to buy. This is the ad. This is another ad. How to brainwash yourself to make millions, right? How luxury car brands brainwash you. How Hermes brainwashes you to buy. So you see, it's all about buying or related to sales or making big money, right? Yet, what he's trying to do now, if you look at his recent content, is he's a bit confused. I mean, if you look at this one, if you're in your 20s or 30s trying to get rich, watch this. It's not the same as talking to people who want to learn sales. And the people who want to learn sales are typically not the average college going kid in his 20s, which is who he's trying to target from videos like this. Then again, if you're ambitious but lazy, please watch this. He's trying to compete with people like Alex Hormozy when that's not at all what his brand or the associations that people make with his brand are. Then he started making videos about how to be confident in 18 minutes. No bullshit. That's a whole different audience segment. I mean, somebody who watches content on how to get better at sales or how to get better at marketing or how to make money online or just in general how to make money and learning the principles of making money is not the same kind of person who's going to watch how to be confident. It's a whole different audience. Give me 9 minutes and I'll force you to lock hard. First of all, issue with the grammar here, it's lock in hard, but even then, this video looks to me more like a Andrew Tate ass fucking video than a Sabri Suby type. Like, Sabri Suby is supposed to be this guy who is extremely successful and extremely elite at a very elite level. You will never see Alex Hormozy make a video like this. Do you know why? Alex Hormozy is not trying to talk to you as if he's at the same level as you. Whereas if you look at a video like this, right, what Sabri Suby is doing, he's driving his car and he's talking. This seems very peer to peer, okay? So if I were to make a video like this, I would only do it when I'm targeting people exactly like me. Do you understand? Very psychological, big difference. You will never see Iman Ghazi or Alex Hormozy driving a car while talking to people. You will see them sitting in a car while somebody else is driving. Yes, but again, that's higher authority, right? They're not the one driving. They're not the one flying the fucking plane. They're sitting in a private jet at the back while the camera guy is, filming him. It's a very different vibe that is created. And Sabri Suby has to create that exact same vibe because he is a very, very, very high level, high authority person. Do you know why? It's because he's on fucking Shark Tank. He's an investor on Shark Tank. Imagine if Mark Zuckerberg started making vlogs, and vlogs not in the sense that somebody else films him, but vlogs in the sense that he films them himself. It's a very different vibe. If I were to think of buying from Sabri Suby, a video like this might reduce how highly I think of him. Subconsciously, right? So now let's talk about the thumbnails and titles and stuff like that. So for example, if you look at this video, which is if you're in your 20s or 30s and trying to get rich, watch this, okay? It's very similar to the kind of stuff that, Alex Hormozy does. But do you see the difference in tonality here? The difference here is win violently. It's very aggressive, right? Why is it aggressive? He's still trying to speak to the person who is ambitious, an entrepreneur, right? Very different mindset. The way that you target these people is about the hustle culture, the grind, the winning violently, beat everybody, fuck the haters, right? That's the kind of language you need to use. Whereas here, Sabri is saying fucking easy, okay? It's not the same. He's trying to position himself high authority while at the same time disconnecting from the audience completely. There has to be the right balance between speaking to the audience and speaking at them from a level above, right? That level above factor, Alex does way better because his content, right? He's disconnected from you. It's not him personally holding a phone and and recording like that. It just doesn't seem like that at all, right? It's him, multiple camera angles. There's a disconnection between you and him. Therefore, you can see him as an authority, and you can connect with him because you, first of all, just know him as a person based on the content that he's created. Whereas him, Sabri Suby, has not really created that sort of vibe, and you can see that he's trying to recreate that same vibe. Two camera angles, that same a level of like some form of disconnection, but it works better when you know how to speak to the kind of person you're trying to attract. In this case, fucking easy. And then the thing he has in his hand is a paper. I don't get how paper is related to making money. I know he's trying to show here to sign a contract, but that doesn't come across very well. What ends up happening here instead is it just makes me confused because this looks like it could be for anybody. And what if I don't end up reading the text Shark Tank on the bottom left side? That's when, this whole thumbnail renders useless, because the way that human nature is and the way that, YouTube works is people have 0.3 seconds to decide if they want to click on a video or not. Because there's, just scrolling on YouTube, you see, 10 thumbnails in the span of 2 seconds. And you're going to decide which one to watch, right? So it's very, very, very important to do two things with your thumbnail. The first one is make it clear who this is for, and then why they should care. This thumbnail misses both of those things. Fucking easy. It says Shark Tank. Maybe you can say, okay, so to some level it tells you who this is for. Okay, fine. But it doesn't tell you why you should care as a viewer, as the target audience of this video. I am guessing the target audience of this video is people who are ambitious, which is why the previous video was exactly about that. But again, it doesn't work because he's not established himself as somebody who speaks to that kind of audience specifically. He's speaking to everybody, and he's trying to replicate the success of somebody like Alex Hormozi, who speaks to a particular personality of person, the person who is into grinding and hustling and doing whatever it takes to make money, right? So this works for him. Win Violently works for Alex, but it will not end up working for Sabri. If I were to recreate this thumbnail, what I would do is I would show money, right? So if we look at what Alex Hormozi does when he makes these similar videos, is either they are extremely authoritative, very, 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 very serious face, but then it just hits you. How to get so rich, you question the meaning of making money. It hits you so deep inside that if you are the target audience, you cannot help but want to know what this video is about, right? So if you look at this video, if you're in your 20s or 30s and trying to get rich, watch this. And then compare it with this video from Hormozi, which is advice I wish someone gave me when I was broke. Very similar content, right? Somebody who wants to get rich and somebody who is probably broke right now, or at a very low income level, or in their head they are broke, right? So somebody who makes 10K a month but thinks they should be making $100,000 is going to think they are not exactly broke, but somewhere down there. So yeah, the beauty of saying something like this is keeping you stuck is that it can appeal to anybody at any level who thinks they're stuck. So psychologically, Hormozi knows who he's speaking to, therefore he can speak to them in the way that they will align with it, and it'll grab them by the throat and fucking pull them into the video. And that's what Sabri is missing. He's trying to be that kind of person, make those sort of serious videos, right? How to lock in hard and stuff like that. But it's not working because his packaging doesn't align with the kind of person he's trying to attract. That's the first thing. But more importantly, he seems like he is also himself unsure who he's trying to attract. So yeah, that's just some information on what he's doing wrong. There's a ton of other things. I mean, I could deep dive just like one thumbnail itself, and it's just not the kind of thing that I have enough time to do right here. So if you are somebody who wants to potentially grow on YouTube, I have this complete A to Z YouTube process to add $10,000 to $20,000 a month to your recurring revenue. You can download it from the link in the description, and if not, you can directly book a call with me and I can figure out if it makes sense for us to help you. So yeah, see you down there. Or if you're Sabri Suby, contact me. I can help you.